you don't want to just impress your client at the beginning of the event. You want to make sure that continues throughout the event life cycle, like at event delivery and also at the debrief stage. You want to leave a lasting impression on them that you've not just delivered a good event, but you're also there to deliver another good event for them. And
hi everyone, and welcome back to another CN conference call. I'm Louisa Daley, a CN reporter, and today I'm joined by CN30 under 30 winner Becca Payne, who is the project manager at Ashfield Event Experiences. In this interview, Becca is going to share some thought leadership on customer excellence, and more particularly, she's going to explain how this has kind of changed throughout the pandemic. Hi Becca, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So as I said, we're going to discuss customer experience / excellence, as I know this is a topic that you're passionate about. So to you, what things make up good customer service, as ultimately we're kind of an industry that is all about customers and all about people?
So I think the foundation of customer service really comes from knowledge, and having that knowledge in what you're doing, in what you're saying. And I think when you're speaking to your clients, when you have that knowledge, it portrays confidence to them. You know what you're talking about, and you can also recommend things to them. So, at the end of the day, they're paying for a service. And if you're recommending things to them, it comes from the knowledge, I think, initially.
And when you're kind of recommending things to your clients, do you prefer kind of a more hands-on approach where you kind of communicate with them every step of the way, or do you prefer just to have them give you the brief and then just get to work and show expertise? What balance do you like?
I think personally I like the middle balance. I like to speak to my client about what they want from an event, but I also like them to trust me in what I'm doing. Once you speak about the brief and also kind of each step of the way, once you have those conversations with them, I like to know that they trust me in what I'm doing, and I don't want to bother them with all the little things, and I need to make decisions for myself at the end of the day. Like, that's what they're paying for. So again, which relates back to knowledge as well. So I don't want to be bothering them with little problems, and it's also about problem solving as well. Like, if a problem does arise at any of the stages of the event, you solve it yourself. And obviously if you need client input, then you ask for that, but you don't want to be bothering them with the small things. So I kind of like the middle, really.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we want this kind of our time to showcase what great event props we are and how good we are at our job. So thinking of this then, is it important to kind of maintain this excellence throughout the whole kind of event cycle, kind of from pre to post event?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to just impress your client at the beginning of the event. You want to make sure that continues throughout the event life cycle, like at event delivery and also at the debrief stage. You want to leave a lasting impression on them that you've not just delivered a good event, but you're also there to deliver another good event for them, and have that lasting relationship with them. If it's a new client or an old client, you still want the same lasting impression, because they can easily go to someone else at the end of the day. So I think it's really, really important to make sure that you're not just being good at the beginning, at the event delivery, and then you kind of forget about it. Like, you're there at the event debrief on what can I do better, what did you like, what did you not like, and you can always improve and make sure at the end of the day that their event is a success.
Yeah, and I mean, it's good that you mentioned about the feedback, because it kind of offers a room for kind of personal growth, and it kind of shows that our industry is so big but small at the same time, because everybody knows everyone. So like you said, recommendations can always help for future events and future clients.
Exactly. If you leave in a good position with that client for an event, they can recommend you to someone else, and you don't know who that person is speaking to, who they're working with, like you said. So new business can be around the corner, so you've always got to ensure that customer service is being delivered at every aspect and every time you're speaking to them.
Yeah, and kind of to close the interview then, why is this kind of difficult maybe to maintain throughout the pandemic? Because I know that you was obviously in this position. How did you maintain this really high level of customer service throughout a challenging time?
Obviously, we were all in it together. And I think the main thing that I was strong on is setting expectations with your client. You know, if shorter staff, like staff shortages and working on a smaller workforce, you're not going to be able to give them the fast responses that they're sometimes used to. But it's just setting that expectation with the clients and letting them know, look, you might not get a fast response from me as you're usually used to. However, I am still here. I am still working on your event. Like, and be a bit personal with them as well. Like, just pick up the phone. Like, if you've got an urgent question, just like pick up the phone to me. And it's working together as well. As at the end of the day, like, we're all going through it, and even your clients, like, everyone's adapting during the pandemic to a new normal, such as working from home. You know, they might have children, they might have other distractions, and they might not be available all the time either. So when you've got questions, so I think it's just making sure that, you know, you set their expectations and you have that personal factor with them on, right, how are you working today? Like, they might be working part-time, like, or anything like that. You just don't know. So yeah, I definitely think during the pandemic it was a big learning curve for everyone, and also new skills that I had to learn. And like production, I never really worked on production before, but obviously then everyone went virtual. Yeah. So it's making sure that I'm up to date with those skill sets, and I'm asking the right questions, I'm speaking to the right people, I'm trying to find as much out as I can. But yeah, so I think that's how I worked during the pandemic, really.
Well, it sounds like you absolutely did a great job. And like you said, everybody was, or still is, in the same boat. And I mean, that personalisation, like you said, I feel like we all really crave that now, even if it is just a phone call to hear someone's voice. It just shows that, you know, you care and you're going that extra mile to kind of check in and communication. So thank you so much for joining me, Becca, and sharing your thoughts. I'm sure everybody will love to hear them.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for more CN30 interviews.